in the paint here already.
Brooks outside. Freak kicks to Mirotic. 6 to shoot. And a wide open look for Freak. And a miss there on the triple. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Cleveland.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I don't think it was about lacking confidence in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was too much for them to overcome.
The Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And it's tied up with that one. Now here's Brooks. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. To the inside. And it's Freak missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Butler. Makes it off the glass. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Butler with the steal. He's all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. Butler's got 8 points.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Embiid the screen. For the 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right.
And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's...
It's like a dream come true.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Freak comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Butler in for Aaron Brooks. And Embiid gets it to go. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And for Chicago, Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Mirotic out there with Freak. And it's Noah in at the 5 spot.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And for the 76ers. Bubbled by Rivera. The feed now to Embiid. Dishes it to Covington. Stolen by Noah. Rose kicks to Butler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Complete domination. What a game for Butler. He has 8 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Okafor. The 76ers trailing. Pass to Covington. Embiid the screen. Off the screen. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
Cheeky. Here's Noel, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. And he sinks the second. 1:24 left to play in the first half. Outside Butler. There's a screen. Kicks to Mirotic. And there's the 3-second violation. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Embiid with a screen on Butler. Inside, that's tipped. Outside Rose. He kicks it to Freak. And the rejection by Noel.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
It's Butler that time on the assist by Rose. And 12 points for Butler.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
There's a screen by Noel. From past the arc. And it's good. 6 points for him.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And here's Covington from the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia. Rose gets a wide open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Rose has got 5 points so far. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. We've been able to force a lot of turnovers, and we've crashed in on them. That's been terrific.
Ladies and gentlemen. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a close. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Freak comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. So for Chicago right now, Rivera, he's in at power forward. Jimmy Butler is out there with Brooks. Then there's Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Down low. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And a chance now to see the numbers for Jahlil Okafor. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 18 points per, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
To the paint. Rooks, defended by Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Grant gets a wide open look, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Man, I tell you, partner, this has been some fun basketball, and they don't look like they're slowing down at all. You better strap your seatbelt on here.
Freak kicks to Mirotic. His three-pointer's off the mark. Philadelphia's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Rooks, defended by Gibson. Rooks. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in points off fast breaks. and they were number 2 in blocks, one of the best at denying opponents good looks.
And I want to go back to that turnover ranking, best in the NBA. That's a huge stat to look at when you talk about their ability to execute and the decision-making. They don't beat themselves, and that's a big reason why they won as much as they did.
Grant, that's good.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Brooks. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. The dish to Freak. Brooks outside. Out left to the wing. To halt the run. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Brooks. And Philadelphia has possession. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
The 76ers have shot 50% from the line, 6 of 12 so far. And here's Rose.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bulls.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Jimmy Butler. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Joel Embiid out there with Okafor. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Ish Smith. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Some changes for Chicago. Portis comes in for Jimmy Butler, and Brooks subbed in for Rose.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Brooks outside. Here's Rivera. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Philadelphia has possession. They trail by 14. Grant, that's good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Feeds it to Freak. Takes the 3. Cannot hit. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, I'm here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time. They needed this sort of performance for him.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.